Hello everyone, I am Dr. Pramila Kalra. I am Professor and Head of Department of Endocrinology at MS Ramaiah Medical College, Bengaluru. Today I am going to discuss a little bit about diabetes mellitus. Diabetes mellitus is caused because of deficiency of insulin or because of resistance to the action of insulin. There are different types of diabetes mellitus. In type 1 diabetes, the patients have total deficiency of insulin and they need insulin to take care of their blood glucose values. But in type 2 diabetes, there is no total deficiency. They may have more of insulin resistance. That is, the insulin is not able to work properly. But over a period of time, they get insulin deficiency also. And these patients may initially be controlled with oral medications, but over a period of time, they may require insulin for their glucose control. There are many other types of diabetes also, like gestational diabetes, where the patient gets diabetes during pregnancy. Then there are many other causes of diabetes, which can be because of some other hormone excess, like growth hormone excess or cortisol excess. But the common ones which we see are type 2 diabetes, less common type 1, and then we also see some gestational diabetes, which happens during pregnancy. And some patients can have diabetes because of damage to the pancreas, which can manifest as pancreatitis, and later on they may manifest with high glucose values, which we call as secondary diabetes due to pancreatitis. Now, talking about type 2 diabetes, the major thing in type 2 diabetes is lifestyle modification. Patients need to follow good exercise. They need to follow a healthy diet to take care of their diabetes. Also, along with that, they need to take their medications on time. Why it is so important? Because if the glucose values are not kept under control, these patients can get problems with regards to the other organs. Now, what are the organs or the other systems which are affected because of high blood glucose values? Patients can get damage to their eyes, so which can manifest as diabetic retinopathy. They can also have damage of their nerves, as well as kidneys can be damaged because of high blood glucose values. So it is very important that all type 2 diabetic patients should take care of their diabetes, and they need to see that the blood glucose values are kept under control. Otherwise, eyes can be affected, which is called as retinopathy. Nerves can be affected, which is called as neuropathy. Kidneys can be affected, which is called as nephropathy. Patients can also have damage to the blood vessels, and they can get heart problems. They can get cardiovascular disease. They can also get brain stroke and other problems. It is very important that glucose values are kept under control either by medication or insulin as per the doctor's advice. It is also important that patients who are taking diabetes tablets or insulin, they should monitor their blood glucose values at least once a month. If they are on insulin, they have to monitor it maybe daily as per the need, or maybe alternate days. But if they are on tablets, at least once a month is a minimum requirement. Along with that, they have to check their HbA1c. Now, what is HbA1c? HbA1c is a parameter which tells us the average of 3 months blood glucose. So it is very important to check HbA1c once in 3 to 6 months so that we know how is the average glucose value. There are other ways to check the blood glucose values. Apart from HbA1c, fasting and post-prandial glucose values, and the SMBG, that is the self-monitoring of blood glucose, which is done with a glucometer. This includes a CGM, that is a continuous glucose monitoring, where the patch is put on the patient's body and the glucose is monitored continuously, which we can read through a reader. So these are different ways of checking the patient's blood glucose values. By this, we come to know if the blood glucose values are under control. It is very important that the blood glucose values are kept under control. As I already told, that we can prevent retinopathy, neuropathy, nephropathy, and cardiac and brain problems. Also, we can protect the blood vessels because patients can also get peripheral arterial disease. The diabetic patients should need to take care of their feet. They should check their feet every day in the mirror so that they can see the sole of their feet and they can see if there is any infection or any ulceration on their feet. They should also see that the shoes which they are wearing are not ill-fitting, because if they wear ill-fitting shoes, they can get infections or ulcers on their feet, which can land up the patient in a problem. If the foot ulcer has happened or there is an infection in the feet, they should immediately report to the doctor, because if any such thing is there, that has to be taken care of immediately by the doctor. And along with that, it has to be seen that the blood glucose values are kept under good control. Now, talking a little bit about gestational diabetes, that means if a woman gets diabetes during her pregnancy, then it is called as gestational diabetes. Most of the times, people who get gestational diabetes during their pregnancy have a higher chances of getting permanent type 2 diabetes later. That is why women who get diabetes during their pregnancy, even after delivery, they need to follow lifestyle modification. They need to check their blood glucose values once in 3 to 6 months so that they can check that they are not getting diabetes. And if they are getting borderline values, they should report to the doctor and adequate treatment has to be given. Talking about type 1 diabetes, patients who have type 1 diabetes need to control their blood glucose values with insulin only. As I told, the type 1 diabetes patients have absolute deficiency of insulin, so they need to take insulin for control of their blood glucose, and they also need to check their blood glucose regularly. So this is a basic thing about type 2, type 1, and gestational. Only thing we have to remember that all patients need to do diet control. They need to follow healthy lifestyle. They need to take complex carbohydrates in their diet. They need to take a lot of fiber in their diet. They need to take good amount of protein. They need to restrict the high glycemic index diet. They should take plenty of green vegetables and salads with both their lunch and dinner. And they should exercise regularly as per their doctor's advice, that whatever is suitable for the particular patient. If diabetic patient follows all this, that means they take their medications on time, they follow diet control, they do regular exercise, then they can prevent the complications like neuropathy, retinopathy, nephropathy, effect on the heart, as well as the effect on the brain and the blood vessels. So we all should pledge this year that all of us should follow lifestyle modification. We will do regular exercise, we'll follow the diet. And also the motto of the Diabetes Day this year is that patients should get access to healthcare. So in Bangalore or in cities, I know it's very easy for the patients to get access to healthcare, but we also are trying that in rural areas also, our population should get adequate access to healthcare and they should get adequate treatment for their diabetes. Thank you.